Good morning, everyone. We've got a little shadow there. I'll just move that over. And hi, Mina. I was trying to think of something we could do that would just be something quick and fun. And I thought maybe we'd make some wonky bird cards. So what I've done is I've cut some watercolor paper down to 3 3/4 by 5 inches. That way I can do a mat that's a 1/4 inch bigger than that to fit on an A4 card. So I was thinking what we would do is just make, let's see if I can get some of the water off the bottom of this brush. I just got a round brush and I'm just going to do like 3 random circles here. And then just drop in some color. And I've got my Derwent ink, ink tints here, and I've just wetted the lid where all that goodness is, and then just try to see where I drop that water in. And just put a little color here and there, maybe pick up some of this blue as well. And maybe I'll pick up a little of the red here and just drop a little bit on the edge, like so. And then we'll just set that aside and let it dry, and we'll turn those into birds. So these are kind of like Barb Owen's Found Relatives, but we're going to find birds instead. Hi, Janet Nash. Good morning. So that was my idea. I don't know if it's going to work. You might end up with some very wonky, fluffy wings, but I'm going to set this one over and get another one. I cut a stack of these. I got inspired by Anne and her huge stack of 12 cards she did yesterday. So that's where this is coming from. I'm just going to let this one dry a bit, and then maybe we'll add some of the metallics I have over here. Those are Yasumoto watercolors. And yeah, let's get a little bit of water. Maybe we'll just do 2 birds on this one. Do an oval here, maybe an oval here. It's easier to see once my water's gotten a little dirty. And let's make these green birds. Pick up some green and just drop it in. And I don't want to make mud. Let's add some blue wings. On the side here. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if this is going to work or not. Oh, his wing has gone high. There we go. We'll see what we get. These might be some really crazy birds. Hi, Eternity. How are you this morning? Get another card over here. I'm kind of putting them a little high on the page, too. Maybe I need to come down lower here. Make an oval down here. Maybe make an oval here. And drop in some color. I have to look sideways to see where the oval is. Ooh, there's some yellow ones. Hi, Angie. Good morning. I have been up all night. Oh, no. That's not good. You need to get You need to get some sleep, Angie. Maybe if I just touch it like that. This is really me just playing this morning because I wasn't sure what I would do. So we'll set that one aside. And when they're dry, we'll use an ink pen and add, bird bits. I might go back and add something to the top on some of these. Some of these are getting all wonky. Let's just try picking up some color and make a circle. Hi, Pam. Good morning. Now I'm just playing. I think I have just six of these cards cut. I actually have 8, but the other 2 are real thin. Let's just do some of this mixed up mess here. Let's see. Pick up a little red, pop it just here. They're starting to look a little bit more bird-like. We'll see what happens in the end. That's right. Pam had some surgery, didn't you? Janet is so good about remembering that stuff. I just have trouble keeping up with everybody. Janet is so good about that. Let's see here. Let's turn it this way. Let those dry, and then I'm going to go back to the first one and add a little metallic to it. See if we can't add some interest here. Tippy wants in. Can you hear him? Just a minute, Tip. I know it's cold. Just give me a minute. Oh my goodness, he's getting loud. Oh my goodness. I'm coming, buddy. Hang on. Come on. I told you it was cold out there this morning. Now you can't jump up. You have to go lay somewhere else. I made these look like punk rockers. Oh well. Let's see what we can do to this mess here. All right, Janet's going to be right back. Let's see. Try to round his bottoms back out here. All right. What do I have that's kind of reddish? This stuff right here. So we'll just add some little wing things. Kind of like this one like it is, but I might come back with some more red and give him some. Going back to the ink tints. Oh, I like that. Just a little. There we go. These look like pears with wings. Pear birds. Let's see. What do I want to do? I'm going to get some of this lime green and maybe add a feather above and below. This might be the best video for what not to do in watercolor. We'll see what these end up looking like. I'm just goofing now. Probably messing them up. Yeah, everybody's trying to get their coffee in if they're getting up, or getting ready for lunch if they're on another part of the planet. So I'm going to leave those. And I think I'm done with the watercolor on them, and we'll let them dry and I'll chit chat with you guys. Janet Baum asked me to show the blanket, but because we're doing watercolor, I'm not going to do that right now. But I am working on a blanket using all different yarns that I kind of wound together. Hi, Violet. I wound them together to make my own yarns, kind of, and that's what I've been working on and what I've been showing pictures of on Instagram and Facebook. But you're going to have to wait until I finish it to share it because it's at that stage where I have to sit on the floor to work on it because it's getting heavy, so it pulls off my lap, and I don't want to stretch my stitches. So I sit on the floor to crochet, which I can't do but a little bit at a time because of this stupid knee. Hi, Brenda. Good morning. I have Scott and I are starting back with a practice we used to go to, but we're going to a different office. The office and the nurse practitioner we'd had been going through is we love her, but getting into her at all is impossible because of the office staff. So between that and our insurance changing, we decided to look up somebody that was in our network so we wouldn't be putting so much out of our own pockets medically, and the insurance would cover better. Actually, we've got really good insurance now. It's just we're trying to save money. Everybody's trying to save money right now. And this one's only like less than 2 miles from the house. So I said, let's just do that. I hate to leave our nurse practitioner because I really, really enjoyed getting to know her, and her level of care was so wonderful, but I just can't cope with that office. And I don't want to drive across Columbia anymore. I just don't. I told Scott, I said, imagine if we both were sick and it would be hard to drive anywhere. Wouldn't 1.3 miles be better than 6? So that's what we're doing. Tomorrow we get all new blood work done. Woohoo! Yay! Actually, it's just like the 3-month checkup. And then next Monday, I have my toe dealt with finally. It's been since October? But getting into a podiatrist has been nigh on impossible. So hopefully some of my complaining will end shortly because I will have seen the doctor and it'll be fine. Actually, it's another nurse practitioner. Getting into a doctor, that's another whole story, isn't it? All right, I'm going to set the wet stuff aside over here because it's got to dry now. Do not jump up here, Tippy. No, no, no. Howard's already up here. No. You can't come up right now, buddy. He wants a cuddle. I guess since we're waiting on this to dry, I'll give him a cuddle. Come here, Brat. Honey, come here. Now she's going to stomp off mad. Come here. Come here. Huh? Did you get cold outside? I told you it was cold when I put you out there, didn't I? All right, I'm just going to hold you for a few minutes and I'll put you in a basket over there, okay? So what's everybody else up to while we're waiting for these to dry? We can't really do anything with a pen until these have dried some. So I figured this would be a good time to chit chat. Get these over here where you guys can see them a little better. Ooh, Tippy, chasing after you got me all hot. There we go. Hi, baby. True, Brenda. That's what we found with the one we had. But getting in, period, at that office is impossible. Can you guys hear him? Linda McAllister, good morning. For me, it's probably later in the day for you. Brenda's drinking coffee before going to work to chase the 4-year-olds all day. Oh boy. Hi. Long time no see. This cat is beyond spoiled, you guys. You're beyond spoiled. Sorry, chit-chatting, bonking you around here. Hi, Renee, Suzanne. You haven't been in your art room since the addition. Bruce is into everything. Oh, goodness. And I'm still in PJs, so sorry about that. Saw my PJ bottoms. And Janet will be on at 9, so she'll be on in a couple hours. We're doing pretty good. Scott finally got hired on direct at the place he's been working, so that's a real good thing. Yeah. This little cat gets chilled real easy. I think because he was the runt. It's like his internals don't work like the other two. He'll get under the covers at night between us and sleep. He gets cold easy. And boy, this cool weather that we're getting this morning is a real kick in the what's after having days almost 80 degrees. I was wearing dresses again and back to long pajamas. Wish this weather would make up its mind, but it is the end of January and February. Once we get through February, it won't be quite so much up and down. And then it won't be long until it's 110 in the shade or something. Yep, I got lots of blankets piled on the bed right now because we had one night that got down to 18 degrees last week. And then over the weekend, we're back up into 70s, almost 80s. All right, Tippy, you gonna settle now? I'm gonna get a pen and we'll just add to these birds a little bit. I'm gonna put you in your basket over here, honey. Here you go. Get in the basket. He's like, but I was warm against you. I'm just gonna use a Bic pen. A Bic pen. Well, that one might do. Let's see. Should have a scrap piece of paper here. Let's see if this pen will write. So these are kind of like Barb Owens' found relatives, but these are going to be found birds instead. I ought to do one up. I could do this one up as Barb and Studley Duck together and mail it to Barb Owen. And for anybody that's out of the loop, Barb Owen is engaged to the Studley Duck. If you missed that, and she'll be planning a wedding here. Let's see. I know birds don't have eyelashes, but couple little birds. Found birds. A flock of birds. Found a flock. What happened with Mark? Oh. Oh. I hate when you have to, like, when you've worked overnight. I used to work overnight when we do like store resets and then have to do something before you could go to sleep. I always hated that. Oh, so exhausting. You missed that Barb's engaged. She got engaged on Christmas. If anything ever happens to Scott, I'll stay by myself. I just, yep. I'm good. All right. Let's see. This one I feel like it should be a very definite, almost a shark head here. It's like he's wearing a denim vest and his wings are sticking out for the side. So I'm thinking, let's just do his wings. His feathers out the side. But then this needs to be like he's got a jacket on here. I'm gonna put a button on or something. These will be a couple tough guys here. Eyeballs way too high on his head, but he's got his coat on, so what am I to do? I'm going to come in with some white gel pen and add some, highlights in the eye. These guys look like a couple jokers here. Let's see. Okay, these are fun. And Tippy gave me a gift of hair. This one's made like my youngest sister, all legs. Sorry, Rhonda. I don't know about these. These are kind of silly. Try to get some sleep. I'll see you later, Angie. Yay, Linda's going to do some art. All right, let's see. I'm trying to make myself take a break from the crochet because I'm working on that blanket and I'm working on dish towels. The yarn I picked up when we went thrifting, what was that, yesterday or Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. And I started a dishcloth using Tunisian crochet. Oh my goodness. So, yep, today was a break day from crochet for at least a little while. Ugh, and it's Monday, so it's house cleaning day. I've got to make sure all the trash cans throughout the house are emptied. And by tonight, I got to get the trash out to the curb so I don't have to do it in the morning. when it's like freezing cold, and hopefully this wind is going to move out. I think that's what's making it the worst is the wind that we've been getting. This one's up on his soapbox. Oh my God. Anyway. So Linda McAllister, how's Pin doing? Let her know we asked about her, or I asked about her, whatever. I hope she's doing okay. So let's see. He's got to be yakking his head off because he's up on his soapbox. And this one's going, oh, just be quiet. Soapbox needs some color though, doesn't it? Let's put some color on the soapbox. Let's get some. There we go. Let's do this one here. Hi, Dar. Good morning. Cheshire Cat is Dar. Hi, Arlene. Busy with work. I get that. Gotcha. Well, his wings aren't very good. So I'm just making goofy birds this morning. He's got great long legs here. Maybe he's dancing as well. There we go. Oh, he needs some. There we go. It's been a while since we've seen Linda, isn't it? Hint, hint, hint. These legs are impossible, but whatever. Connect those two. I was just thinking, what can I do that's just kind of quick? And we can do them and then get on with our day. I'll have to dig out a white pen. Actually, I have a Posca handy. We might want to go in and put like a shadow line under them so they don't look like they're standing in the air. Maybe give him a little curly cue. I'll get back to chit-chat with you guys here. And of course, you guys know what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these on black mats. But for right now, let's give them a little something to stand on. I'm going to just maybe put a little grass underneath them. I've got a smaller brush here, so I don't pick up quite as much. And we'll just put something underneath them so they don't look like they're standing. Oh, I got a drop of water there. So that they look like they're standing on something. I'll maybe drop a little of this other green in here. This one's been done. It's not what I wanted to do. Good enough. there's those 6 birdies. Let's see. You're doing 3D art? That's cool. It's okay to take breaks. You always come back and find something you like to do. Hi, Marty. Marty's sleepily carrying in her single cup of coffee. She'll bring the trolley over at Janet's. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut some mats while these are drying. So I'll set this back out the way again. Maybe I'll put the birds just along the bottom here so they can still be kind of visible. And I'll cut some black mats. And then I'm hoping I can just use the pre-made cards my sister gave me a while ago. I'm trying to use those up. These actually have to be a quarter inch bigger than what I cut here. So they'll be 5 1/4 by 4, and then I can just put them on a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 and have a little border around even my mats. So I'm thinking 2 sheets of black cardstock should do it. Because you know me, anything you do, mount it on black and it looks cool. So if I cut this at the 5 1/4, set those aside. Cut this at the 5 1/4. And then these will be cut at 4 inches this way. I'm not saving the little narrow piece of black. I'm sorry. I've got so many scraps. I can't save them all. I actually did find the card sets, so this will be easy peasy. All right, hold up. We got to get this one back because I just thought of something. There we go. Put a heart on that one. That's going to need to sit and be still a while. Okay. Let's grab the cards. Actually, let me bring those other things over here. Okay. I will eventually get all of these cards used up. I don't know when. I can't remember how many cards were in here. Oh my gosh. 120 pack. 120 cards. I've been using them a little bit at a time. All right. So I have this color, which could maybe go for the tough guys. Get their matching envelope out there. So I'm going to put that over here. And this one here might work for that, as well as the one down here. You guys can't see all of them I'm putting out, but you'll be able to see them when I start working on them. get their matching envelopes so I can put them together when I'm done. And I don't really have, I have one blue one left, one navy-ish blue. Put that with that one. And then I wish I had a yellow, but I don't. I guess I'll have to use this because this is the only greenish thing I have here. And then yeah, that'll be all right. We'll use that. And that. I'm telling you, this was like a lifetime supply of cards. All right. I'm just going to work from this other end back to here. So we'll grab this card base and grab this here, one of these, and we'll mount it on the black. Let's see. Oh, you got hacked on Facebook and Instagram, so you started another one. Put a ring around the leg. Hi, Kimberly. Well, I've already done all the faces and everything, so I can't change them now. I can add to them, but I can't change. Oh, for crying out loud. There we go. I have to stand up to put these on or they'll be all crooked. They still might be crooked. Who knows? Okay. Uh-oh, went too far. I'll have to bend it back on itself. I cut my fingernails off because they were catching in the yarn I was using yesterday. So, I mean, I've cut them really short. I usually leave it, but I wanted to bend that little bit that I'd gone past back on itself. You're typing like a goat today? That's a new one on me. Never heard that before. You know what I hate typing the most is on my stupid phone. I hate that. It ends up, it thinks it knows more than me and it changes everything. And I end up looking like a moron because it all comes out weird. Anyway. That's right. I took it off the top. I was like, wait a minute. I'll have to get out my little word things. I've got the little definition box, these little guys here that I got off Amazon, the whole library series. You get all of these there in a set, and they're like definitions of words. But I might get the little comment, the Tim Holtz comment things, and put them on the front. So there's card number 1. And I guess I need to sign and date them. So there's 1. He's over here. Woo! I had turned the heat off because, I mean, it's been close to 80, right? So last night I was like, oh, it's a little sticky in here, but I don't want to put the air conditioner on. And it was breezy. So I didn't turn any heat back on, but I left a bedroom window cracked. And it didn't take long till we were shivering. And I got up and closed the window. Scott got up, turned the heat back on. We don't keep our house, real hot anyway. It's like 65 degrees Fahrenheit in here at the most in the winter. Can't afford it any higher. But my mother-in-law keeps hers at 74, and we're over there sweating. And then she complains about how high her electric bill was. But at 96, she has 0 circulation. So, she just sits in front of our little heater all day. Hi, Kathy D. Good morning. Yeah, our typing. Doesn't help that the keyboard on my laptop is acting weird and it won't type. When I press on the number 6, it won't always go through. Or the other letters like T and Y, I end up hitting the opposite of what I want. I could go back in with like some other pen and maybe make their beaks a little bit more yellow. Okay, this was the card for this one. Make sure I'm opening the right way. This is really hard to do when you have 0 fingernails. I didn't think about that when I said, oh, I'll just make cards like Anne did. Now, my cards look different than Anne's. Hers don't have no weird birds on them, but she used die cuts and everything yesterday. I was able to catch a few minutes of her. My plan yesterday is we'd go visit Scott's mother earlier in the day, but then he fell asleep in the recliner. So I just let him sleep. And then he woke up just as Anne was coming on and said, let's go visit Mother. And I'm like, okay. Sometimes I make him go by himself, but then my mother-in-law's like, I want to see you too. So there you go. She can hear me. She can't hear Scott. That's the problem. She says, I can't hear a thing he says. So I'm the go-between translator. I told Scott, I said, you don't have to shout to somebody that's hard of hearing. What you have to do is look directly at them and speak your words slowly so they can watch your mouth move, and then they get it. screaming at them, hollering at them, shouting at them, all it does is it hurts. And I can tell you guys this because I have hearing mostly just in my right ear. And when someone starts hollering, my right ear is like agony. It's not that you need to be louder. You need to speak very clearly. Clearly doesn't mean loudly. And you may have to repeat something. I learned all of this as a child coming up because my grandmother took me in when she was 58. So think about that. She was starting to lose her hearing already a little bit. And I was just a baby. So I learned early on how to speak to older people with hard of hearing. Hi, Dee Dee. Oh, Denise couldn't make it. So you're going to hang with Samantha. Okay. Dixie Doodles. Marty's wanting to know if anybody's heard from Dixie Doodles lately. I have not. I saw Icy popped into one of Mary's lives. I don't know if Mary saw it or not, but she popped in. I hadn't seen her either in a long time. So if you're out there lurking and we haven't heard from you in a long time, say, hey, hey. Yep, Journey's around. She's been posting here and there, but I hadn't seen her in a chat in a bit. But that doesn't mean she's not there lurking. So next, when is the 4th, you guys? Yeah, next Sunday at noon. Crafting Mamas is going to have a sale on her channel, and it's all to support our Janet Baum, who just recently lost her husband. And it'll be on Shelly's channel. That's Crafting Mamas. I should put a link to her video about it. I know Malia has a video about it, but I'll have to check in it. I'll put some links in the description box after I sign off. Scott's taking tomorrow off so we can do our doctor's appointments at the new office are at 8 and 9. You know, they just put us both at the kind of the same time, one after the other, with the same nurse practitioner. So we'll just go in together. And then he's going to be off, but he said he doesn't want to take very many days off in case he needs to have knee replacement surgery. He wants sick time to deal with that and that kind of thing. So next Monday, when I have my toe appointment, if Greg is still unemployed at that point, I asked if he would drag his mother to the podiatrist, because if they do the repair or surgery, whatever you want to call it, on my toe, it's on my right foot, so it would be hard to drive. So I asked Greg if he would please, be available. He said, of course, fine. He'll probably want to go back with me and watch them, because Scott and Greg like that kind of thing. And I'm like, I don't want to see my own foot. I don't want to know what they're doing down there, because my brain, I have vasovagal syndrome. What that is your blood pressure drops out and you are about to pass out. And it's a terrifying feeling. If you don't have it, you should feel blessed. I just don't cope with medical procedures. When he was little, when he'd get hurt seriously, I could keep it together long enough to get him to the hospital. But as soon as a nurse was there that could take over, they had to make sure I was sitting because I would pass out. That's how bad I am. So yeah, I don't like bloody movies. I just can't do any of that. And when I had my heart catheterization, they kept me in because I kept passing out from the vasovagal syndrome. There's nothing worse than just, you have no control over your emotions, your body, nothing. And it's just terrifying. All right. This one's going on a pink card. All right. Put the tape on it. If there are any other crochet people out there, Lucas, I think it's Lucas Yarn. I'll try to put his link too. And I need to go back and put Catherine at K3N Cloth Tales link in my last Friday Sews video. I forgot to do that. So I've got to do that. And then once I do that, while I'm listening to Dee Dee, before I listen to Janet, I've got to fill in all the new patient paperwork. Ugh. Scott was a big guy and filled his own in this time, so I don't have to fill in Scott's too. I was very happy about that. Usually he drags me to the first appointment so I can fill in all the paperwork. And this office was nice enough to mail it to the house so we didn't have to do it once we got there. And to me, that's looking up from where we've been. All right. Now these are watercolor, but they are done with the Derwent, so they shouldn't move around now that they're dry. Sign and date. I'm signing. Yes, I know. And I want to put a kind of a little white mark on the eyeball. Oh, come on, heart. You got to drive faster than that. I'm almost to you. Aw, thank you. So see, you don't have to do a crazy amount of work to end up with 6 cards that are ready to go out in Happy Mail. I have a list of things growing in my brain that I need to do today. I need to quit thinking because the list is getting too long. Thankfully, I did the laundry over the weekend, so that's not on my list today. Although I say it's not on my list, but Greg's friend came over. She needed to use our dryer again. And I had a load of laundry in the washing machine, and I needed to wash one more. So I ended up pulling the wet load out, putting it in the clothes basket overnight, and then washed the other. So I just got to get everything dried, folded, and put away. So it's not like I'm having to sort laundry and haul it all out to the laundry room. That's one thing. If we do end up moving somewhere, I'd like for the laundry room to be near the bedrooms, so I don't have to haul it all the way out. I have to haul it from the back all the way through the house, out through the bonus room, and the laundry room is out there, which whoever thought that was a good idea is nuts. Because basically it would have been, our bonus room would have originally been the garage where you pull your cars in. So basically the laundry room was out in the garage, which makes no sense to me to have it that far away from where you're going to put the clothes away, right? Is Freddie muddy? That means he had fun. Lizzie Brewer's trying to get back in the swing of things. We need to let her know we're there for her if she needs somebody to talk to. Lizzie lost her daughter not too long ago, so she's also in the grieving process. So we've got a lot of people that have lost family members in the last year or two, and need to keep them all in our thoughts. All right. We're getting there. Oh, how funny. I didn't know I was going to end up lining them up with pink ones. Oh, we're going to ruin the theme here because I'm switching to this. Oh, I know how I ended up with an extra one because there is an extra couple when you do a sheet of paper. All right, that's the envelope. That's the card, the mat. Hope I have some more tape. I have to look. I have been sneezing my head off this morning. I don't know if it's because we had to turn the heat back on or what, but this wind we've had for the last couple days has just been so intense. We're not quite dry yet, so I'm going to wait a second. And I'll do some other things while that is drying. I want that heart to dry. Let me get this white Posca. And I have a yellow Posca pen. And I'm thinking change their beaks to yellow. So let's do the eyeballs first. Oh, that's a good idea. Can't you just see what's on what we've typed up? All right. Put a little dot. I hope this yellow is not going to be one of those that spooges everywhere. These are the yackers here. This one's even up on his soapbox. This one's going, oh, just be quiet. Morning, Jen. Kitty Jen. Kitty Jen's in the house. I'm still trying to get used to these great big glasses, you guys. The bifocal is in a different place than on my smaller glasses. So I'm having to learn to look down more. I'm looking down my nose, but it's not because of you. It's because I can't see without looking down my nose. I'm trying to leave the little nostril holes without covering them up with the yellow. Just giving this a hint of yellow. And then we'll put little dots in. See here. I agree with you, Renee. Are you saying they're cuckoo? That was the whole point. Cuckoo birds. They're related to Colin. No. Poor Colin. Doesn't even know what time it is. My mother-in-law has a clock. That was my father-in-law's, I guess his retirement prize from the, he retired from Southern Bell. And they were in all of when the Bell broke apart, all of the stuff diversified, and he ended up retiring younger than most of his peers, and he got the clock as his, I was going to say graduation present, but that's not right. Come on, Becky. Retirement. And anyway, my mother-in-law, she doesn't care if it runs, but every time my sister-in-law is up, she starts that clock back up. She likes to hear it. Hi, Jasper. All right, tiny little dot. There we go. Honey, it's cold out there. Still windy. Yep. They're mats from the we have a 2-tiered end table, like this patio furniture out there, and I put like a house mat on each level. The wind has blown them all over, and I'm not even going to bother picking it up because it's pointless. Let's go ahead and, I've already put the stuff on here. I'll go ahead and put this on here. I'll see if I can quickly grab the Tim Holtz tiny messages, and we'll put some tiny messages on these. And I need to sign them and date them. Who's digging at the door? Hi, Piper. You want to come in? Okay. Good morning, honey. You just want to come in here with Grandma? Is that it? That is so weird. This cat never wants to be in here. She was digging on the door, so I let her in. I'm going to pull this one all the way off because this I put too far. I got to bend it back on itself. I would show you guys Piper, but picking her up, bringing her over here would just make her growl and tick her off. So we're going to let Piper do her own thing. She hates my cats. She said they're interlopers. This was her house. Not theirs, but hers. And of course now Callie wants back in because I'm doing something. And the two girls, they really don't like each other much. Piper's in, Callie. Don't be ugly. All right, let's see if this is dry. Yeah. Good morning, Roy. Happy Monday. We made it till Monday. Woohoo! That weather we had over the weekend. Scott wanted to get out the house, and I'm like, are you sure? It's really looking ugly out there. And lightning followed us everywhere we went, but we made it back. Look at that. I won the game of tape chicken. How fitting that it's done making bird cards. Okay, let's put this on here. Oh, come on. I'll get my little tiny messages. And I'll get the glue because I don't trust those things to stay stuck. We got a full house this morning. So I'm gonna do 6:30 a.m. on Mondays, and 1:30, or depending on how quick Ann needs to leave out, I'll come on right after Ann on Wednesday. So if she's still going at 1 o'clock, I'll come on at 1:30. And then that'll give you guys a little bit of time in between us. But if she's, not available or whatever, I'll go ahead and come on at 1. That's what I'm going to do. So it's either 1 or 1:30 on Wednesdays. So we need to sign date. I've done the little bits with their eyeballs and stuff. And I want to put a sentiment on them. And then they'll be done. And I'm just going to get my baby dot. And which one is it? This one. There we go. There's this one. That's what I'm looking for. Right there. Trying to use all this stuff up that I've had for a while. Okay. Let's see. Let's look at this one. Oh, I like this one. Be open to whatever comes next. Let's put that on this one. So these birds, for those just coming in, were made with Inktense and Yazut Moto watercolors. All right, I'll sign and date these after I do this part. I could do it all at the same time. Oh, I like this one. Trust your crazy ideas. We'll stick that on this one. And I'm just putting a tiny bit of glue on here because I just don't trust these stickers. These actually stick pretty good, but I don't trust them. Let me go ahead and just put my initials on it. And today is 1/29/24. I'll get this one back and do it while I'm here. Let's see. A party without cake is just a meeting. Well, these just say the same thing, but in different. This says, we are fearless, independent, we are original and original. Alrighty, we're getting there. I'm going to have 6 cards done. Anne did 12 yesterday in her live, so I'm just copying Anne today. Except I'm making weird birds. Let's see. What shall we do for our biker birds here? Let's see. I got make it happen. And so the adventure begins. There we go. That works. I'm not going to be overly fussed about finding it. Perfect saying. This is close enough. What is Mikey at the Crochet Crowd just put up week 1 of the weighted crochet open flower plush blanket stitch. Whew, that's a mouthful, Mikey. Might have to go watch a little bit of that real quick. First, I got to switch laundry. Let's see. Oh, I like that one. Let life surprise you. One more. Did I sign and date them all? I have. Woohoo! Plus side. They've all been signed and dated. And I need just one more sign. Oh, I like this one. Stronger than yesterday. I'm going to keep these little short sayings handy. All right, guys. That's our Monday watercoloring session. So just like that, it's been what? Almost an hour and a half, and I've made 6 cards. So pull out your watercolors and have some fun. Maybe next Monday for Watercolor Monday. I'm going to do Watercolor Mondays through February, I think. We might do quirky flowers or something like that on next Monday. Or I could change my mind entirely and come up with something new. But I'm going to let you guys go. And I'll see some of you at Dee Dee's and then at Janet's and then probably back at Dee Dee's. So that's how I work my Mondays in between doing everything I need to do around here. And thank you all for starting your week with me. Oh, yes. Flowers, vegetables, fruits. See? We'll do flowers next week of some sort or another. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.